Our little box of genuine Porsche goodies has arrived. Thanks to Porsche Bristol for sourcing everything, they were really helpful. So that means I've got to get the thing running now. So whilst we were waiting on those bits, I've had a bit of a playing around. And the main thing was, we weren't getting a spark. So there's got power going to the coil and through the dizzy, but no trigger for the spark. So obviously that was the biggest issue we had to deal with. So put a new crank sensor in, and for now, ripped the DME relay out and bridged it. So first thing we did was put the new crank sensor in down in the back of the engine, down there somewhere. And then went over here to the relay. Now, Porsche use what they call a DME relay. And all this does is shuts power to the ignition and the fuel in case of an emergency, like if there's a crash. And I think it works on RPM. So if the RPM dips down for any certain reason, over, I don't know, I don't quite understand how it shuts the power, or what it reads to shut the power, but this is what they use. So it's like a safety trigger thing. Sorry for waffling on there. So what we've done, ripped it out, and we've just made a little harness up and bridged the cables. So we've just sourced it straight through now. So we thought, there's no way that just bridging that relay was going to make any difference. I mean, someone has stripped all the interior out, ripped the wiring loom apart, chopped everything, because there was a problem. So there's no way that it would just turn out to be that relay. But, check this out. Yeah, that's right, we have a spark. I could not believe it. I can't believe that someone ripped out as much as they did without checking the simple things like a crank sensor or a relay. So now we have a spark, the next obvious thing to check for is fuel. Now I do have a nice new relay from Porsche, but I don't want to fill it yet. I'm going to leave it bridged just in case there's somewhat tripping and blowing them. I don't want to put a brand new, genuine Porsche relay in and blow it straight away. So if we can get the thing running first and then suss it out, make sure it's safe, then I'll stick it in. But just better be safe than sorry, you know. It might melt a cable or something, but it's not a big deal really. Oh, and the interior is slowly getting cleaner, little bit at a time. I try to do it a half hour every now and then because it drives me mad cleaning all the sticky stuff off. I do have some really cool ideas planned for this, proper custom interior. But the main thing is just get it running and then take it for a spin. So I'm about 70% sure that the fuel pump is dead. I've tried putting power straight to it and there's nothing. And when you crank it, nothing, no noise or anything. I'm pretty sure there's no fuel in it, so that's not really a good test like that. So I think next thing, just stick maybe a litre of fuel in at the most, and then see if anything pumps through. I mean, you should be able to hear it, but we'll try it, and then if not, I've got a brand new one anyway from Porsche, and fuel lines and everything, which I'm gonna need doing anyway, it's no harm. So, but we'll test the old system first before we rip it out and put a new lot in. So I thought I'd just test it again with a battery. So this is straight to a battery and directly to the fuel pump. We just connect the live earth, and then if you listen, not sure if the camera will pick that up, but it's ticking. It just sounds like it's stuck because it should just whirl away on here. So I think the next thing to do, take the case off and just give it a whack with a hammer, see if we can free it up a bit. Well, that was fun, but it's out now, so let's give it a whack, see if that helps. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's dead. It seems jammed real good. Nope, I think it's done for. Well, that's a good thing, I suppose. At least I know it's gone. Right then, so in our box of bits, we've got a nice new fuel pump, fuel filter, tank filter, hoses, rose joints, Jubilee clips. Actually say Porsche on them. Some more hoses, nuts and bolts, washers, copper fittings, everything. So I think I'm just going to go rip out all the old Delta junk and start putting this lot in. One good thing is I ain't got to worry about putting any of it back, so I can just cut it out. I've got to get this one out, and then the filter that goes inside the tank. Well, if you would have told me that was going to come out as easy as it did, I never would have believed you. That top nut just come undone. I mean, what are the chances of that on a 35-year-old car? So happy days. That was the one in the tank. So what I'm going to do is pour some fuel through the system. Now it's all out. Just try and flush the tank out a little bit, and then start putting it back together. Right, so the only piece I couldn't get was this big rubber protector, bouncy vibration thing that goes over the fuel pump. But it's actually not too bad, so I'm just going to clean it up and then put the fuel pump in and then start putting the cables on and just, yeah, fill it all together. You come with some new connectors and rubbers on this cable. But I've taken it off and given it a bit of a clean with some GT85, some silicone spray, and it's like new still. Look how shiny that. Those copper ends are still like sparkling. So I'm going to change them for the sake of it. Right, let's get this lot fitted in the car. I think we'll do the tank filter first, then the fuel filter, and then the pump. Slowly getting there. Look at that, we're getting close now. I'm not going to put the under tray in yet, just so we can check for leaks. And it's filthy, it needs all cleaning up anyway. Right, let's get it back on all fours. Ooh, surprisingly light, these wheels. Give all the plugs a clean because we need every little bit of help we can get. Probably best to check the oil, I suppose. God, I mean, look at the colour of that. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera. And this thing's been sat since 2016. That's some nice oil. Now, the next thing is, unfortunately, the throttle linkage is broken. Now, I have got one, because I bought a new one with all the other bits, but I'm too impatient, so for now I've just stuck a cable tie on there, and I'll sort it out later. I just want to see if it runs. Right, I've just put a little bit of fuel in case it all pours out the floor, which doesn't look like it so far. Hopefully it's enough just to prime the system. Don't want to put too much in case there's a leak somewhere. You've got to drain it all again. Right, fire extinguisher is by the door. This is genuinely the first time trying now. Place your bets, what do you think is going to happen? Maybe nothing at all. Oh, I can hear the fuel pump. Oh my God. Oil pressure is built in, that's good. Obviously the system's probably dry, so. Oh my God! Oh my God, would you believe it? I can't believe that. Wow. It starts now! It bloody starts! Obviously we're still miles off this thing being on the road, but I think we need to go for a drive. So that means putting some air in the tyres because they're all flat, and probably should put a seat in as well. I've topped the water up. So yeah, just try and drive it. I mean, we don't know if anything works, so you need to actually drive it and go for a little spin around the block. Oh dear, these seats are so heavy. Definitely need some lightweight racing seats in this thing. Tyres are pumped up, let's give it a go. Here we go. We've got about 1 million warning lights on the dash, but I think that's the least of our problems. Can't go far obviously because nothing's attached and the camera's just holding on by dear life at the moment, so and it's getting a bit hot now. But it drives. Woo! I would make a terrible car review test driving person, wouldn't I? So it got a bit hot when we were driving it. I put some water in, but obviously now it's all bled through the system. So I'm just gonna let the thing run on the tick over and just let the system bleed itself through. Nothing's leaking, which is good. All the fuel system looks happy. So the obvious next things to do on it is give it a full service, cam belt, oil change, coolant, the lot. Go through it, take it out for a proper run again, all that sort of thing. But you don't need to see that, that's all boring stuff. The next thing is start making some decisions on what to do with it, how cool to make it look. So for now, I think it's just going to keep the patina, just flat and polish it. I think it'll look pretty cool, you know, once we get a set of rims on it and that sort of thing. So the tyres definitely need changing because they are proper perish. They only stay up for, I don't know, an hour at the most. So that is top of the list because we can't even really do a proper test drive as it is. So maybe just stick some proper cheap budgets on it before we decide what to do. But I do happen to have a set of BBS split rims 2-piece. They're genuine ones too. So the ones I got are 17s. I got a set of staggered ones. They are pretty rough to be fair, but I reckon refurbished right, pick your colors carefully. I'm not sure about polished lips, maybe painted, I don't know, what do people think? But painted right, proper set of gold 12-point bolts in, and they would look awesome on this thing. What do you reckon? I know this hasn't been the most exciting so far, but now we know it's running and driving, we can start doing some fun stuff. The plan is, it'd be nice to have it on the road by spring, and it's what, the 30th of January today. So that would be cool. So then we can get up to like, you know, caffeine in the machine on the evening and stuff, do some meets and that. You know, I need something to do that in really. I've only got loads of customers' cars, not my own, so it'd be cool to have something to just go to these things in. So that'd be the plan. So in the next video, we should be doing some mods and start making some proper custom bits, you know, because we want to fabricate everything out, you know, make some awesome, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. If you've got any cool ideas, let me know. But said I want to put a gated manual thing in, so that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, lots of little billet pieces, make some nice odds and ends up. Probably more interior to start with, and then once we decide what to do with the body eventually, then we could do something with that. I don't know why body it or not. It is tempting, but it's pretty good shape, so it's like, yeah. So make sure to do the like and subscribe thing. That really helps motivate me, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Fancy.